What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got Brandon Marshall's career highlights. Let's check this out.
Brandon Marshall, a terrific
Marshall is
the
definitely
catchability
underrated.
of Brandon needs the ball to survive.
I mean, he was basically a man amongst boys. And I'll be honest with you, the reason why I really looked into Brandon Marshall is my son was at Houston at that time. He says, I just spent a day with him. I can't tell you what a great guy he is.
Brandon wanted to accompany me today, so you guys can ask him all the questions.
Why is it always the quarterback to come do these big old press conferences? God, Lee, I want to see this ugly face every day.
I gave him statistics of Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison. I said, I think they're around 140 touchdowns as a duo. I said, we're going to beat that.
This is where you start to make your legend, and let's wait and see what the kid can do. Protection breaks down, pass is going to be caught. This is going to be Brandon Marshall with a lot of room to run. Marshall squares, the big receiver runs to a tackle. He's on his feet, foot race. Brandon Marshall, 25, 20,
Niggas ain't working
15,
on their tackle
25.
drills.
He's got a Denver touchdown. Brandon Marshall ran right through a couple of tackles.
These some classic
We had
Denver
this
movies,
moment,
though.
and I was like, that's the first
Same
one.
was for Seattle.
I said, we got
I was a little
139
iffy
more to
with
go.
those, though.
Marshall at the top of your screen. The fade to Marshall. Touchdown.
Bean top.
Second and 24 for Cutler. Blitz, and he gets away. Throws complete. It's Marshall again. The Marshall plan working in Denver.
Ooh!
Well, he's
Did he? Oh,
6'4",
damn,
but he
damn
plays
leg.
like he's 5'9". I mean, he catches the ball and runs around
The
like Steve
fuck?
Smith.
Brandon Marshall spins him into the ground and
Oh
almost
my
runs through
gosh.
the entire Chief defense. Set your team.
Nigga looking like the human joystick.
You'll want to see it again.
How I play the game, fighting for every single yard, that energy, that attitude to come out.
Jay Cutler told us Brandon makes life easier. And I think Ricky Manning just didn't realize that a guy 6'4", 230 could run by him like that.
I wanted to wear Air Force One on the football field. So basically what I did is I bought a fresh pair of ones.
Oh yeah,
and I took a
hey, I'm gonna be scared of a nigga doing that shit. What you mean you wearing Air Force Ones on a football field? Stay away from that,
and
nigga.
I
I'm
pretty
not
much
gonna
glued
lie.
them together. I wore them, and I actually had 18 catches that game.
Go to Marshall whenever you can. The Marshall plan.
Ain't that still the record too?
He spears that ball.
Like most
while
catches in a
being
single
pulled by
game.
His face mask. Fakes, throws deep. Touchdown, Brandon Marshall. Wouldn't you know that?
Cutler to throw to the end zone. Touchdown. This one to the sideline for Marshall. What a beautiful throw and catch.
He's a terrific player. I mean, he's such a physical specimen. I was shocked how big this guy is on the field. I mean, he's listed at 6'4". He's closer to 6'6".
Cutler, quick pass over the middle, complete to Marshall. And here's Marshall looking for running.
What the fuck?
Still on his feet. Coming this way.
God damn.
I'll tell you what.
Jazz gotta work on the tackle drills, bro. I could imagine how the coach was on the sideline.
That's not
Real
LaDainian
spirit.
Tomlinson. That's a wide receiver.
Alright. Yeah, named to his first Pro Bowl this year. Damn.
What a catch at the 32 by Marshall.
Orton in the shotgun, blitz up the middle. Orton steps, throws. He's got Marshall. Brandon makes
Oh my gosh.
Marshall is loose. 30.
Yo.
25, cuts back inside the 20. He's still on his feet. 15.
The
10.
fuck?
5. Are you kidding me?
Hold up.
Catch. Marshall is loose. 30.
Nigga, if you would have told me, boom, right here, that this would have been a touchdown, I would have thought you were crazy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Oh my gosh, what a cutback.
15, 10, 5. Are you kidding me?
I remember the New England game.
Okay,
We just
yeah,
took that
I
game.
ain't gonna lie, yeah, we gotta talk about these unis right here. Gotta be one of the worst unis in NFL history. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to like them when I was a kid, but like, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, I'm like, bro, these shit's ugly as fuck. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro.
We're in a tight red
Like what? Like, and what made them put a blue helmet with these?
zone.
Sometimes it looks like stealing when you give Brandon Marshall the ball in the red zone.
It's just something about them, bro. I just did not like, bro.
From the shotgun. Orton with all kinds of time. Going to go deep. Has a man wide open for the touchdown.
Oh, damn.
Brandon Marshall. From the 24. Play fake. Orton with time. Going to go
Arms
deep.
away.
Wide open again.
Damn.
Brandon Marshall.
Orton with time for Brandon Marshall. What a catch by Marshall.
That's as beautiful a catch as you're going to see.
Oh my God.
He told me before the game he's going to put on a show. He is not disappointed.
Orton's throw underneath to Marshall. Runs by one Colt, ducks another, and still another.
That's
and on
tough.
his feet. What a run by Marshall.
The more
Ooh,
you get him the
shit.
ball, the better he is.
Bro,
He's a
his head taken off,
nightmare
too.
to have to cover.
Everyone in the ballpark knows he's going to get a chance on almost every throw.
And this may be his best of the afternoon. Watch him reach behind him and just snatch the ball out of the air.
Orton throws. Marshall, touchdown, Denver. 20th catch of the game. It ties an all-time NFL
Yeah, 20.
mark.
Yeah, 20.
A catch away
I think no, 21st was his
down
record.
the middle. It's Marshall. He's got the
I know Brandon Marshall was the record for most catching this
That was
single
Marshall's 21st catch. He now holds the NFL record,
Yeah.
breaking it set by Terrell Owens.
Nobody has even come close to breaking that.
He's got a contagious, excitable type personality.
Hey, I got to work myself up. Come on now.
He played for the Dolphins.
You know, I like being around guys like him. He's got juice.
Down the far side, that is complete. Inside the 30-yard line to Brandon Marshall.
Wow, it doesn't get much better than that. Miami's had the ball for the whole
think
quarter.
it's 10
Off the
catches for
fake on
$1.66.
3rd and inches.
Over the middle, the catch is made and working his way to the end zone.
That's tough.
Touchdown, Brandon Marshall. Pressure up the middle on Henny. He goes deep and it does.
Ooh!
Catch is made by Marshall at the 8-yard line.
Nobody does it as well as this guy going up and getting the football.
5 coming. Henny looked right. Now goes left. Catch is made. Marshall inside.
Oh my gosh, what a
inside
block.
the 20, taken
Yo.
down to 7.
Niggas is out here pancaking and shit.
Wingspan, and even when you feel like you have him covered, he can hit those hands.
How tall was Brandon Marshall, bro? Like he was 6'3"?
His nickname, the Beast.
And all of a sudden, Marshall is bigger, stronger at 6'4", 225.
6'4", okay.
He's great with the catch.
Shit, right on cue,
He has the ball
nigga.
in his hand. He's even better.
Marshall steamrolls his
Oh
way
my
into the
God,
end zone.
I ain't gonna lie,
Has the ball
bro.
in his hand. He's even better.
Marshall.
You gotta hang up the cleats after this, bro. You tackle him, like you come into contact with this nigga at the 4-yard line, and he just bully you into the end
He was
zone.
with us
You
in
gotta
Miami. He
gotta
makes some
put up the
grabs, and
cleats
we
after
just be
that, bro.
like,
You gotta
oh my
hang him
gosh,
up.
he just
I ain't
caught
gonna lie
that.
to you,
We were down
fam.
playing the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Wobbly ass pass. Oh my god.
Brandon goes up.
Yo, I know
he
41
elevates,
tired of him.
grabs the
God
ball.
damn.
Has the catch.
Brandon goes up. He
You
elevates
good,
the
gang? You trying to give him a hug? Bro.
base and grabs
And
the
he
ball,
still bagged
this
his
guy
ass.
hanging on him, and comes
Is you
down.
good?
That's when I was just like, okay, this guy is legit.
Bro, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Bro tried to really give him a hug. That was his Nami Asamoah too.
Going deep, and he's got his receiver caught. Marshall eating points. That is a Miami Dolphin touchdown.
First
and 10 for Miami to start out this second quarter.
I don't know why I thought it was like 214 yards.
He's got Marshall. Thomas remains in the game. Moore throws.
Ooh,
A
shit.
strike to Marshall. Touchdown, Dolphins.
1st and 10 for the AFC. Andy Dalton downfield.
Ooh, no fucking way.
To be picked off there. Wait a minute.
Now this is back when the Pro Bowl was the Pro Bowl, bro. Back when that shit was fun.
Highlight reel touchdowns in
That's
Pro Bowl
tough, I ain't
history
gonna
right
lie.
there.
It's a very special moment for me.
To the Bears.
Couldn't ask for a better situation. Being
That
a
boy
Chicago
Jay Cutler.
Bear, to be back with Jay Cutler.
I've been good for 6 years now. It's time to be great.
This is 3rd and 6. Dallas out of timeouts. Cutler to Marshall with nobody home. Chicago touchdown.
A legitimate go-to combination for the Chicago Bears. They haven't had a 1,000-yard receiver since 2002.
Cutler on 3rd down and 3.
Boring, yeah.
Fires to the end zone, and the catch is made by Marshall.
Jacksonville always getting fried by, bro.
I think Chicago is a great fit for him up there. You know, get reunited with Jay Cutler.
When Brandon's out of practice, he wants the cameras on him. He'd be mic'd up every game if they let him. He'd be mic'd up every practice if they let him.
Listen, I know you're mic'd up. I know you got your cameras here. So get the hell away from me. I don't have time for this. Go away. Right here. Fuck right here. Get out of my face.
I ain't gonna lie, hold up. The behind the back hug is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Brandon Marshall and Jay Cutler, but this is a crazy screenshot right here. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Bruh.
Fuck right here. Get out of my face.
Nah, they said that they had a good ass friendship, bro.
43 now, huh? 36.
Butler looking around. Touchdown to the back of the end zone to Brandon Marshall.
This is straight down the field. Not a lot of design to this. Remember how big Marshall is.
Brandon Marshall, his third TD catch today.
He makes really tough catches.
Now that's what you can do when you have a receiver like that.
You know, obvious defensive pass interference, guys hanging all over him. It's a special thing.
Double teamed in a jump ball situation, and Brandon Marshall wins. Brandon Marshall was so late with his hands that he had no chance.
How about a Marshall, what a catch? He just turns
Got their
around
bag
and shields
ball.
off the defenders, and it looks easy.
Cutler over the middle hits Marshall.
Oh my gosh, what a stiff arm. I look you fuck with those Bears units too, bro. 1,500 yards, 118 catches, 11 tuds. Career highs and all. Wow.
It's a way to rage up the field, Brandon. Excellent route.
Great route runner.
He does everything right on the
Stuttering
field.
go.
If you look at the film, he's a polished receiver.
Cortland 50?
You see young receivers who read
I think I
zones
do
and
remember him
stop
going
in
to the
hole,
Rams.
keep going. He stops in the hole, give his quarterback.
Yeah, that is him. Short ass
Yeah,
nigga.
it's like a secret move that he gets away with. He kind of like to grab my top
God
shoulder
damn,
and pull me
hugging
through.
and shit.
Looking for Marshall. Touchdown.
When he doesn't know what to do, he just throws it up in the air and he figures 15 is going to go get it.
Is that
He's a big body receiver, great hands, goes up and gets the ball.
The catchability of Brandon.
From the 32-yard line on first down, Cutler with loads of time. He fires. Marshall, touchdown.
Marshall made a terrific grab.
Cutler is going to throw him the rock, covered, not covered, people over him.
Cutler's throw going for Marshall down the field. He got it over Joe Hayden.
Oh my gosh, over Joe Hayden? I ain't gonna lie, prime Joe Hayden on the Browns?
Under pressure.
That's
and
tough,
He just
I ain't gonna lie.
Flew it up there, and Brandon turned his body entirely, caught it.
What
in the
an
double
adjustment.
kick, and he just kind of flew it up there, and Brandon
Oh
turned
my
his body
gosh, that's
entirely,
tough, I
caught
ain't
it,
gonna
and
lie.
was able to stand
There's
down.
nothing 38 can do about that.
Brandon Marshall, what a grab!
I mean, he's a grown man.
You don't realize how big he is until you stand next to him. This guy's 6'5". He looks like Charles Barkley in his prime. And he hits the rack, man.
Oh my
he can own you at the line of
He's
scrimmage.
just throwing.
And
He's just
he's
throwing
a bad
people,
matchup
bro.
for a lot
That's
of
a
guys.
great back shoulder.
I remember watching a game on Monday night, and they were playing the Niners.
5
he
catches,
made that
3
one-handed
tuds.
catch out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, what a
He
snag.
throws it in for the touchdown.
Give me that.
Wow. That's just wow. This is just about body. Wow.
Hey, this nigga right here, you're getting fired, gang.
That's.
You supposed to be security, and you sitting here looking back at the game. Yeah, that ain't gonna look good, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, fam.
This is just about body position. Get to the goal line, box out like you're getting a rebound,
That's tough.
and
There's
then
nothing you
throw
can
it
do
hard.
about that.
Cutler, short drop to the end zone. Caught. Brandon Marshall.
The Green Bay Packers send everybody. There's no free safety in the middle of the field.
Shields
Marshall
can't do nothing
finds the
about that
ball
either.
first and then just fights his way into the end zone. That's the kind of effort you want to see if you're part of the ownership of the Chicago Bears.
I feel like if you throw the ball anywhere near him, he'll catch it.
Anytime there's a receiver that's bigger than a linebacker, you start second guessing if you're playing the right position.
Leaping grab. Brandon Marshall, touchdown.
First down and 10. Forte with the block. Up the middle. They
That nigga throwing a bomb?
And downfield he goes. Marshall.
2nd and 5, and Cutler down the
Oh my
field.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Juggling and eventually
The concentration on that was
Brandon
crazy.
Marshall.
Up sagging back in coverage to Sean Gibson, but he lost the football.
Damn.
He got hit, lost it, and
I say,
it
give me
is
that back.
recovered by Brandon
Bitch ass
Marshall.
nigga.
Offset eye right. He throws a lob, back right
That's easy
corner.
money.
Brandon
That's easy.
Marshall makes
That's
the
too
catch. Throw it up to a franchise wide receiver.
Even though
and
that's
let him
against
go
Joe
make a
Hayden.
play.
Growing up,
That's
I
too
watched a
easy.
lot of Brandon
Easy
Marshall.
bag
I
ball.
tried to mold myself, a little bit, just as far as being just as versatile.
Hey, you isolate a great receiver, he's going to beat.
That's
What
a
a
great back
pickup he
shoulder.
has been for the Jets.
Fitzpatrick to throw. Deep ball. They're going to test him right away.
Damn.
It's Marshall. Brandon Marshall, the grab.
And an all-pro wide receiver bailed out the quarterback. Ryan Fitzpatrick can't believe it.
What? Did you see that?
What?
Me. Nice catch. Way to bail my ass out. Nice catch.
Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 4.
That's a great
Marshall
catch.
made the adjustment.
They bailed Fitzpatrick out again.
Jets touchdown.
Fitzpatrick looking in that direction, throwing. Diving catch made by Brandon Marshall. That is a catch that puts Brandon Marshall over 1,000 yards receiving on the season.
The first player to do it for 4 different teams.
4 different teams is great. Oh my gosh. Bean top. Oh my gosh.
Quick snap and a quick pass right, caught by Marshall down the sideline across the 50.
99
He's
to
at the
stop
40, right sideline 30, to the 20.
I know his ass out of breath trying to chase him
Stiff
down.
arm, touchdown.
Well, there are times when the quarterback must have faith in his receiver, and that's what Fitzpatrick has in Marshall.
Deron Harmon, 109 catches, 1,500 yards, 14 tuds. Jet single season records. Garrett Wilson might break that. I don't know.
6'5", and I'm just bigger and
Like, he
stronger.
might end up
Just
breaking
push
that.
him,
With
throw
good
him
quarterback
to the
play,
side.
hell
The
yeah.
reason why they nicknamed him the Beast.
Fitzpatrick said, look, I got great
gosh.
respect for Richard
That was a
Sherman,
great
but I
release.
love my guy. You see the strength of Brandon Marshall. Fitzpatrick trusts in him. Big explosive play for these New York
Damn,
Jets.
Sherman. Oh, I getting fried, ain't
Fitzpatrick fires. End zone, jumper, and caught. Touchdown, Brandon Marshall.
Above his physical talent, he's still learning what they want him to do down to
Oh my God.
Held on.
His
Damn,
size
Pat
and his
Pete.
strength has been a winning edge for him for years.
The evolution in Brandon Marshall is his ability to adapt.
Man, what a play.
When the fuck was he on the Seahawks?
He's been self-labeled a beast since he came in the league and pretty much shows up every week.
He just makes catches and make you go like that's going to be on top 10.
Brandon Marshall at the grab, and that was a beauty.
Put 1-5 on his back. That's Brandon Marshall.
6 seasons with 100 plus receptions, 8 seasons with 1,000 yards, 83 touchdowns, 6-time Pro Bowler, 1-time first team All Pro. Damn, bro, that's tough. Hey, man, I want to know what you guys think. Don Constable, y'all let me know what other NFL videos I'm to react to. Without further ado, I'm not.
I'ma make them feel me, make them people when they chow me. And if you don't know me, I'ma make sure that you know me. I hate to say it, but I really think I'm broke. But I know I'm chosen, I really know I'm chosen. I know I'm chosen. I was just lost a year ago, but now I'm focused. When good at sports, this microphone can be my trophy. Not taking drugs, I found a better way of coping.